Hey folks, Landstryder here, and welcome back to another episode of our playthrough of Horizons. This pack's available on the Feed the Beast launcher, and today we're going to be headed to space. In fact, we're actually headed to the moon. You may remember several episodes ago, we actually set up a base up there, and we figured a good place to start would be in our Galacticraft lab, where we have our NASA workbench. Now, I'm not the one that's actually doing the NASA builds, so Dornell is probably going to be the one that gets the schematic so that we can make the next tier of rocket. We also discovered that once you get to the moon, you can make these machines out of the meteoric iron, the water electrolyzer, methane synthesizer, and gas liquefier will allow you to legitimately create fuel. There is a very cheaty, very broken recipe that was added as a kind of band-aid to the pack that allows you to create oil. We're not going to go into that because I think it's really retarded. There was much better ways that they could have solved that problem, but not going to get too much into that. We need to go up to the interdimensional transporter, or the extra-dimensional transporter, actually. This would be the extra dimensional transporter. The one down below is the interdimensional transporter system. And we're going to dial the moon. Dial that up. There we go. So now we're down into the moon. Now hopefully the little issue that we had last time. Hold on, before we head up there, I got something for you. These are going to help you out. So I'm going to give you a ring to potentially reflect some damage. Give you some extra MRU and prevent those corruption effects. If that was what affected you just a moment ago, right before we started recording, Dornell randomly caught on fire. So if that's what that was, that might help. I'm also going to give you a pendant that's going to gain 30% less. I think you gain less MRU, but you get health from whenever you kill a mob. And this one is most important. In fact, I'm using this one too. It will allow you to, if you would die, instead it's going to use up some of your UBMRU and keep you alive.
Didn't even know I had any.
Yeah, everybody has it, regardless of whether you know what it is or not. You can find out what it is by using a soul stone.
Gotcha.
Would you like one of those before we head up so you can kind of keep an eye on it? Real easy.
No. Well,
real easy.
I know, you throw an emerald on top of that block.
Yeah, well, I've already got a couple of them created down here. So, yeah, normally you just throw an emerald on the block of emerald and you get a soul stone. I've got a couple in here that are not bound yet, so just grab one out of that locker. Right-click off into the air someplace, it'll bind to you, and then you'll be able to hover over it to see some information about your characters, UBMRU, and other things, like maybe whether or not you're corrupted.
Which one is? Okay, this one says the owner's life number is pure and untouched. That's owned by someone?
That one, yeah, that one's actually mine. That I was using in the, when I was still using the Matrix Deconstructor to power my stuff. So yeah, just grab the one that wasn't bound and then bind it to yourself. I think it's shift click or right click off in the air someplace. And it should bind to you. Now you should see some information.
How do I do that? How do I see that?
Just hover over it with your mouse, and it'll give you that information. I think I have one.
Oh, okay. 64,000. Nice.
Okay, cool. I'm actually up over 1 million right now. Nice. All right, let's head to the moon.
Well, hold on. Let me drop off my soul stone in my chest.
Oh, take it with you so you can monitor it.
You got yours?
Yep. I always carry mine. I keep it in my backpack.
I don't have one.
Alright, now hopefully... Okay, sounds like it's working. Last time I was up here, the... oh god, it's so loud too. We should put a muffler down there, a sound muffler.
Do we have sound mufflers?
Yeah, we can make them. We just don't have any on me right now, so... yeah, underneath here, I think, and I'm pretty sure I've showed it, is a bunch of machines that are helping keep these oxygen sealer and compressor running. And there's a, what is that? The energy node with the receiver in it so that we can get power from our main base for here. So anyway, we need to head out. So we already have our gear on so we can survive in the environment. I don't think I need the thermal underwear right now, but I could probably put it on. See, there's that randomly catching on fire again.
It doesn't say I'm corrupted.
I don't know. It's definitely funny. So we can put our space underwear on.
It just says it's twisting with neutral energies.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. It certainly is something that comes from Essential Craft, I'm pretty sure. I think you might have accidentally got in front of me when I was testing the Gatling gun earlier, which can certainly cause some somewhat temporary side effects. Oh, you know what we didn't bring? Torches. We would probably want some torches of some kind. Well, let me go run back real quick and grab some of that. Just take a second.
Save as much as my tanks as I can.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's gonna suck if I keep catching fire while we're down there fighting. I don't know how to stop that.
We'll have to make a soul pentacle and clear up any negative effects that you may have accumulated.
Oh, shouldn't it tell me that I have the negative effects?
I would think so, but I'm not sure why it's not. There we go. Give me some lamps. Don't need that many. Maybe take 2 stacks of these lamps. These should work fine on the moon.
Unless I'm catching fire from the plate, from the beefsteak plate.
No, I don't think so. Pretty sure that's not the case. Okay. Let's head out. Oh, I got you a stack too here. These should work just fine on the moon. Yep, there we go. That lights everything up. Doesn't need oxygen. So over there, we've already found the dungeon, so we're going to just zoom our way over there. You got your hourglass, right?
Yeah, it's hard to follow you, though, when you use that.
Okay, so we're just going to head this way. It's nighttime up here, kind of not necessarily fun. All the mobs up here have their own oxygen gear. Oh, yeah. Let me see if you can keep up with me here. Yeah, you're good. We'll get there real quick. Just keep following that nice, perfect straight line, and we will be there in a heartbeat.
I don't see you anymore.
Did you just keep going in a straight line?
Yeah.
Yep. There, you just passed me. You just went past. There you go. Okay, so yeah, earlier I did a bunch of exploring to find this, so we wouldn't have to look around too hard. Also, while I was exploring for all this, I did find some moon villages with some aliens that live in them. Unfortunately, they don't talk to you, so not too much interesting to go and to the villages, other than to maybe raid them for saplings, which we definitely don't need. So might just go buy one later, just so you can see what it looks like. And you will run into a lot of spawners in these dungeons. So
let's light them up.
What's that? Oh yeah, you could do that. I just broke it.
Will it stop it if we do that?
If you break them? Yeah, it should stop it if you light it like that.
Let's break it.
But, yeah, if you break it, you can be sure that it's not going to spawn anything more. These obviously have torches, but they're not the right kind of torches to make light. So, these are earth-based torches. You know what? I think I'm going to get my rifle out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just don't get in front of me while I'm using it. Yeah, it's probably best just to break them. That way we don't have to worry. We can be sure not to worry about them again. Throw down some light as we go. These are fairly linear dungeons. There's not usually a lot of options and directions you can go. Big zombies. That spawner in the corner there. Shoot, I don't know if I have something that breaks these. Does that break them? Yeah, it breaks them okay. Actually, this sword might break them. No, it doesn't. Okay, modded swords do not seem to like to break the cobwebs very easily. Are we almost there yet? Oh, there's a chest. And here's spiders. Where's it at? Oh, it's down that way, isn't it? Yeah. What's in the chest? Some normal loot. Let you grab that up. Oh, look, I got an oxygen vent. Where did I get the oxygen vent from?
And you might want to grab that. That's game or win relations.
Retaliations? Yeah. Or is it relations? Oh, it is relations. I thought it was retaliations. Well, I definitely do need that. I think I might have that one already, but another one doesn't hurt. Hey! We are getting close, I think. I think we're getting close to the end. So far, fairly easy. Okay, what is this? This looks like the boss room right here. This is the boss room, and it looks like it has changed. Because that is not the boss that I'm familiar with.
Evolved skeleton boss.
Yes, it's an evolved skeleton boss. It might not be the final boss, I don't know. We ready? I think once we go in there, it's probably going to close us out.
Yep, I'm ready.
Go. Dude,
he throws you in the lava.
Well, get out of there. Alright, I got me a skeleton key. Oh, that was even easier than it used to be. Treasure chest. I need a key to unlock it.
That's what the thermal underwear was for.
Oh, did it help?
Oh yeah, I didn't take any damage.
There you go, buddy. There's your NASA workbench moon buggy. And we've got some essential craft stuff, another amulet for area effect damage, a sky blue color module. We already got one of those, I think.
We gotta find another dungeon because we gotta go do that again.
That was not what we were looking for.
Nope.
Okay, well there's one dungeon down. That was actually a lot easier than I expected. So should we take a shortcut back? Just beam back to the house, beam back to our place.
Yep.
There we go. So yeah, that was incredible.
Recharge our tanks before we go back.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Recharge tanks. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to take a cut. I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you one of those villages, and then maybe if we can, in the meantime, try to find another dungeon, because we need to find the dungeon that's going to give us a schematic for the next tier of rockets so that we can get to Mars. Which is also the same rocket tier we need to go to the asteroid belt, right?
Tier 3. We gotta go to Mars, we gotta get tier 3.
Oh, so we need tier 3 to get to the asteroid belt. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty then. Back in a little bit. Alright, folks. Dornell is working on building the moon buggy, so we can check that out on our way to the next dungeon. I've been up exploring and found another one. So we're going to give another one a try. Hopefully this one's going to have the boss that we're looking for in the schematic. In the meantime, I'm filling up my oxygen tanks, and I figured while he's working on the buggy, I can show you some of the things that I've been doing between episodes, and I've been working a lot on. So I've been checking out the, let's come on in here first, I'll show you this. We got a nice little, what would you call the area with the green stuff? Anyway, we got a bio area over here where we can grow our chamomile and green tea and mint. These are all for the apple milk and tea mod. Also got a nice little wheat patch right here, so we can grow that. Now really this is not necessary. We can make wheat using the tablet, using the equal exchange tablet, but this is nice because we can actually go ahead and keep this farm running a good portion of the time. Right now I think the hoe is broken, so it needs to have the hoe replaced, and then it'll go ahead and continue farming. We can go ahead and feed that wheat and extra seeds back into the EE tablet, basically to offset for when we need to take food and stuff out of it and make food. So all of our food can be produced by wheat. We can convert it to whatever food we want using the EE tablet. Now the other thing you might notice is these are planted in a 3x3 patch, and these are back here are 3 tall. In order to get the chamomile flowers to grow that tall like they are, I did have to do some finagling. I had to initially put a piece of dirt one higher and grow them to get those top level of chamomile flowers, and then remove them and then replant the chamomile plants. I don't know if these middle ones are like, they look a little different. Anyway, and the tea leaves are in a 3x3 area. And the reason for that is because if you make this really cool thing called the pruning shears from the apple milk and tea mod, we will see that the recipe requires 2 of these chalcedony. I hope I said that right. Chalcedony. Anyway, chalcedony is like a semi-transparent rock that's very similar to flint, and it can be shaped very much like flint, except it has a semi-transparent appearance. Now it's kind of like maybe even like a very, very low-level gemstone. Anyway, you can make knives out of it, which are actually pretty good damage, 7 attack damage. You have to use this chalcedony, and to get that stuff, you make a flint block and cook it, and it'll make a semi-transparent block of this chalcedony. It's also used in quite a few recipes in the apple milk and tea mod. Anyway, the pruning shears allows you to prune a 3x3x3 area all at once. So if I right click that, you see that? I got all those tea leaves at one time. Same with the chamomile flowers. So that is why these areas are set up like this, so that I can easily come over here and harvest them real quick. Now a little thing about the mint over here is it will not grow on the special soil. So we have this fertilized dirt that I've been using to grow our standard vanilla crops on, but the mint will not grow on that. So you have to grow it on regular dirt. So I gotta be a little bit careful about not trampling the mint patch. But it'll also work on these crops as well. It'll harvest 3x3. Now on these crops, of course, you have to replant them. So now I got myself a bunch of mint. Should have had one more mint somewhere. There it is. Mint seed. You never get extra mint seeds. In order to create mint seeds in the first place, you must combine a mint leaf, a raw mint leaf, with a seed. And you can get the raw mint leaf in, you can get your first couple mint seeds is treasure chests. I think you can also randomly occasionally find it growing in the wild. But in order to get more mint seeds, you combine a mint leaf, or that's tea leaf, a mint leaf with a regular seed, you get a mint seed. And that's how you get more of them. So whenever you break those, you always only get one seed back out of them. So let's come over here to the kitchen, and you can see what I've been up to. You can kind of hear my thing down there. So the kitchen has been decked out, fully decorated. And these are not just decorations either. These are actually functional things. So we got like evaporators. This allows me to do things like with the chamomile fruit. I can put some chamomile fruit in there, and it will produce some chamomile oil. You can use that in other processes later on. I can also use this chamomile to make chamomile tea, but I believe I have to chop it up first to put it in a food processor, maybe. Maybe I do just use it straight. Let's check here. Nope, I got to do something with it. Anyway, there is a way to make chamomile tea. I don't remember what it is right off the bat. And then I've got all these cabinets all set to auto sort the different stuff. So this one gets like all food items. This one will accept somewhere down here the apple milk and tea stuff. Apple milk and tea core. It has several things, so I have them separating certain things out. Under here, some of them should have, like, there's some chalcedony. There's our essential oils. So yeah. And then you can make cool things like this bowl rack. This is kind of decorational, but also stores bowls on it. And you can use the bowls with the clay pan over here. You want to be careful jumping up on there. If you stand on top of this iron plate, it will catch on fire. That is very hot. Because underneath there, I have a fire going on top of some netherrack to keep it going, because you have to have an actual fire under the cooking plate for it to work. And I should have brought some food up here that I could show you how that works. I suppose one of the things I could show you how to work is if we throw some wheat in the food processor, we can get some rice, washed rice. We can throw that in the bowl, and we're going to get some rice. We can take a bowl, pull that out, and we'll get a bowl of boiled rice. And this I can eat. I can also place it. See, I can place it. In order to eat it, I have to actually click off into the distance, and then it'll empty that bowl out and give me that back. And I can do that again. I think you get 3 bowls of rice per thing, and you can eat the apple milk and tea food whether you're full or not, which is another nice thing because a lot of the foods have special effects, especially the drinks. So you can see here I have some hot ouzo drink. You make ouzo drink by taking some ouzo and sugar and making ouzo marmalade. You use the ouzo marmalade on a tea maker. There's no real difference between the black tea maker and the white tea maker other than just the decorative property. You know, this one's black and this one's white. They still make all the same drinks. You can also use the ice maker right here to you put ice blocks in the bottom of this, and then you put a drink of some kind in the top, and you can get an ice cream treat from it. Some of these require power. You see power thing over here. You can use the rechargeable batteries that you find in chests and stuff, or you can, I think, use there's some other blocks that are from the apple milk tea mod that are like battery and stuff, but they are basically, they can run on RF. I haven't tried piping RF directly into these yet, but they probably would. I have so many of those rechargeable batteries, I figured I might as well use them in these devices that will take them. There's also the Hyper Jaw Crusher. Now this thing's pretty cool because this thing actually be used to double your ores. So apple milk and tea is another way to double your ores. You can throw ore in here, it'll crush it and give you a crushed version, and then I think it has a chance of giving you up to 3 dusts from 1 ore. And you will definitely always get at least 2 dusts from each ore. So it's somewhere between 2 and 3 times ore doubling. A little bit of randomness to it. So one of the things I can do is show you how to make this tea. So if I put mint leaf in there, you see it changes color, and I can use my cups. And I have a cup of tea. I'm going to go ahead and drink that one so that I have an empty cup somewhere. Oh, actually I drink both of them. And then I can go ahead and fill them back up out of there. If I drink one more, I think I fill it one more. Nope. You get more mint than I thought. Let's get one more here. There we go. 4 mint teas out of 1 mint leaf, using it like that. And then like most of the other food in this, you can actually just place them, and then you can push them around. See how it kind of gets pushed around as I kick it? So you can really go crazy with the decorations with these foods. You lay out like this is a steak, And that I can pick it back up, I can eat it, place it back down. There we go. When you first place it, it kind of places in the middle of the block, and then it will float down to the level in a second. So there we go. And yeah, the food from the apple milk and tea is really good. Like if we look at the steak plate, which is what I just had there, you can see that it is much. It's a little bit better than a regular steak, regular cooked steak, and does quite a lot of saturation. And if we look at like candies, like these chocolate candies, you see that they give you full saturation. So that's a good way to keep up your strength when you're out adventuring. And I believe that Dornell got a bunch of that stuff in his inventory. Yeah, he made a bunch of steak for his moon travels. The only thing I need to do is get another Uzu drink to replace the one that I drank earlier, because those, if we look at the thing that it does, it gives me a little bit of health and removes all the negative potion effects that I might have at the time. So I'll keep those on hand a little bit. All right, well, let's throw some stuff. Nice thing about these drawers is it doesn't matter what drawer I put it in, it goes to the right one because of the sorting drawers. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. And are you about ready with the buggy?
Putting it together now.
Okay, cool. He's about ready with the buggy. I'm sure my other tank is full by now down here. It's probably been full for a while. Let me go grab that. I wonder if I can see it while you're working on it. Nope. I cannot see what he's doing in the workbench.
By the way, I found out why I was burning. I was giving myself full saturation with the steak, and it burns me down till I'm just under 1 bar of saturation.
So you were overeating, basically.
Right.
Oh, well, that's different. To keep that in mind in the future. All right, well, if you're ready with the buggy, we can go back up to the moon and show them that.
Yep, gonna place it down.
Let's do it on the moon, of course. Of course.
We'll have to build a fuel loader and take some fuel up to actually take it anywhere, but
Yeah, we just want to see what it looks like. Because it's highly unlikely. Let's go outside because it's too noisy here. Yeah, unfortunately, our moon lander has sunk into the dirt. The mine disappeared completely, and Dornell's is almost about to disappear pretty soon. So let's see what the moon buggy looks like out here. Oh, it has to have a little pad. Okay, cool. Moon buggy. Oh, oh, that's awesome. Okay, so well, it looks like it's only for one rider. So how would I get in it? Oop, there we go. I'm in it. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's not bad at all. Little moon buggy.
And it has 54 slots of storage.
Hang on here. I need to screenshot this for the. Go back to. Go stand where you were standing a second ago there. Just, yeah, a little to your. Yeah, just a little further. Just a little further. A little further. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Good. Got it. Screenshot for the thumbnail. Oh, you overeating again?
No. I got attacked by something.
Who knows what that was? Okay, so shift to get out of it. Yes. And we are ready to head off to the new dungeon. It's way over that way. It's 1,284 meters that direction. All right, we'll meet you.
I'll try to follow you.
Actually, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to come back after we get to the end of the dungeon, because walking through the dungeon is really not that interesting. So be back in just a moment. All right, we've made it through this dungeon with unscathed, and we are ready to enter another boss room now. My inventory is full, so whatever loot we get after this, you're going to have to carry. Are we ready? Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, it's another skeleton. He's dead already, man. He's dead. Alright, let's see what we get in this loot. Put the key in. Yeah, I think, okay. So we got
Moon
Buggy again. Ah, okay. Doesn't look like we're getting it during the episode. So we're going to go around and get another, find the, I don't know if the boss is going to be different for the one. So save that. I don't need it.
That's your Moon Buggy. I've already got it. You can show him.
Well, I was thinking we could leave it for the next guy. But it's not that big of a deal.
You want me to put it back in there?
Yeah, I'll leave it in there in case somebody else finds this dungeon. Well, they might not be entirely disappointed. But I think that's where we're going to wrap this episode up. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed making it. And be sure and leave a like, a comment, and a thumbs up if you did. And until next time, I will catch you later.
Goodbye.
Okay, folks, after raiding a total of 4, this is our 4th one, we found the Tier 2 rocket. Schematic. Go ahead and grab that since you're doing them.
Got it.
Oh, cool. More emergency rations. And what is this? An asymmetry tree. I don't know if we've had that one yet, so that's cool. I'll take that.
Knowledge.
Ooh, knowledge. Definitely want the knowledge points. Ugh, inventory's so full of junk. I don't need these skeleton drops. Alright, well, I'm good with all that. I'm going to head back. So, thanks for watching, folks. Again, catch you later.
Goodbye.